Welcome back. I have a lot of company up here on the set, and for a very, very special reason. It's the end of an era here at Channel 3. Our own Dan Kain is retiring today. For more than a quarter of a century, he's covered everything from car accidents to alien sightings.
We saw one.
Yes, tonight, Dan, we have a special tribute to you.
I'm looking forward to this.
Here's Channel 3 I-Team investigator and Kane's World Fan Club president, Eric Parker.
You may not realize it, but today, our friend Dan Kain retires as a bona fide TV legend. He's worked in this business since 1966 in places like Boston, Chicago, Springfield, Mass., and of course, right here in Connecticut. During that time, he's held jobs from reporter and anchor to editorial director. He's also been a talk show host, and he's had a few other jobs that are harder to classify, but seemed like pretty good gigs. We thought how best to send off Dan Kain. We too, just like you, we love his unique outlook on life. So we decided, let's ask his friends to take you behind the scenes inside Kain's world.
I'm not feeling too good. I think I might have to go home for an hour or two and get a little rest. It's my back. It's my throat. If you need me, you can call me on my cell phone.
Dan, are you trying to go home and watch the game?
No. Game? Is there a game today?
I think he just wanted to find those stories that people at night would go home and talk about and say, did you see that crazy so-and-so or this crazy guy? His motivation would be the kind of stories you'd go to a bar and say, did you hear about a guy up in Torrington? He's making a house out of Q-tips. That would be a Dan Kain story. That'd be perfect.
And once in a while, if he ended up at a bar, that would be okay with him.
It would almost be his pure motivation. Ending up at a bar, even on a story about a tax increase, would probably be something Dan Kain could get done.
So here's the deal, buckaroos. Keep your hands off my beer. If you have to balance your budget, do it on the backs of Bambinos.
You never knew where you were going. You never knew how he was going to dress. Good from dressing interns up in bear suits to dressing Dan up in a G.I. Joe costume. You never knew what was going to happen.
In order to graphically illustrate what you get for your $49.95, I am assuming temporarily the role of G.I. Joe. Here's some of the stuff you get. You get your sea bag, which you keep your secret stuff in. You get the poopy suit, you get the foul weather jacket, you get your communication gear to communicate with the other folks on board. You get your USS Connecticut hat. Also, of course, you get the G.I. Joe scar because G.I. Joe ain't G.I. Joe without a scar.
He always wants more time. You kind of have to give it to him because he's Dan Kain, and at the same time, you know, you're looking at the clock and you're like, oh no, but, you know, you got to cut somewhere. You got to cut somewhere, and usually it's not a Dan Kain piece.
For Kain's peerless pigeon stock pick and prediction system, you need a Wall Street Journal and a rather vast expanse of space, as well as understanding neighbors. Spread out the journal in the middle of the field as you will, choose your weapon, lock and load, and pick your stocks.
Pull. Oh, beautiful.
There were certain stories that just had his name written all over.
There were, like UFO stories, animal stories, silly stories that Dan could put his own spin on.
The object was described as the size of a whale. We checked with state police who confirmed that a trooper in the area did report something falling from the sky at about the same time.
I read in the newspaper that there was a UFO in Bantam. We went, did this story. He allowed me to drop a giant tennis ball on his head, pretending it was the UFO coming out of the sky. It doesn't get much better than that.
And so it would seem there's nothing up there in the sky, and this will just have to remain a mystery. From Bantam Lake, Dan Kain, Channel 3. Whoa! Eyewitness News.
In 2002, I went to work one day, and Dana, our now news director, then the assistant news director, said, I've got great news. You're going to New Orleans for the Super Bowl, which was awesome. I said, well, who am I going with? And she pointed across the newsroom, and I looked across the newsroom, and Dan stuck his head out.
We are on Bourbon Street tonight, named after the 16th century French dynasty that invented booze. Just joking. We're having a good time in New Orleans. Stay with us. We'll show you around.
What's the funniest thing you ever remember Dan doing?
The funniest thing. I can't really think of anything.
Here I go. You ready? Go! Serious runners like to carb up before a race, but if you forget, you can adjust en route. You want to keep your cash? In an upper hand pocket, 2 balloons. Thank you. You're gonna need all the strength you can get.
Dan loved his animal stories. Whenever a good animal story came up, we knew Dan had to go out and do it.
Hi, folks. If you want to meet this Coatamundi and about 9 zillion other animals, stay tuned. That's coming up next. Believe me, you won't be disappointed. Papui.
I can't really think of anything.
Eat the fish or dig the clams. Occasionally I'll get those headaches and night sweats.
No, that was Jerry Brooks.
UConn announces they're going to redo their logo. I said, Dan, we got to do something with that. Somehow it ended up being a chickenosaurus. I don't even know what a chickenosaurus is, but we caused a lot of trouble up at UConn.
We put the creative folks in our graphics department to work on various more vicious huskies and other options and tried them out. First stop, the campus bookstore.
See what you think.
Oh my God. I hope that's not it. You're kidding me.
And another no for the chickenosaurus.
This would get us laughed at.
Well, working with Dan is easy because you know that if we sent him out in a story, he was going to turn that story no matter what.
He has an arrow right through the top of his head.
We did a cursory check of the area, keeping low profile, but a visiting eagle earlier in the day had run off the flock. Based on his description, we came up with a rough sketch. Does it look sort of like this?
It does. It looks exactly like that.
So if you see a goose that looks something like this, give animal control a call. They say that life is a series of disappointments. Well, we had one here. No goose today, at least not here.
When we're in such a hard news business and when we used to do Kane's World every day, it was a nice little release.
Have yourself a safe and wonderful holiday. We'll see you back here on Tuesday.
You get to do such cool
I'll tell you,
things.
some days this is a good job.
And they sent him to a breaking news story, and at the end he finished with live with the mobile unit. Ciao.
We'll get more information for you and have it on Eyewitness News beginning at 5. Dan Kain with the mobile unit. Ciao.
So a weird thing started happening every Friday. We noticed that Dan would come to the meeting and pitch some sort of alcohol-related story.
We're in Ashford, Dan Kain, Channel 3. Excuse me for a moment. Wow. Eyewitness News.
Let's see, he did moonshine, and of course then there was the breakfast cannolis, and then there was beer week.
We're in Stonington, Dan Kain, Channel 3. Excuse me. It's cake.
I know, he's funny. He's really funny. I can't think of anything.
Hey, buddy, want to give me that case of Coors Light?
Coors Light? It's my chair. We don't have any. Want something else?
He is such a real and genuine person that it translates over into television, and he's very lucky in that way because people love that. But I think that's why he's so likable. People know that guy's genuine and he's true and he has tons of integrity. He's fantastic. He's irreplaceable.
You think there'll ever be another Dan Kain?
There will never be another Dan Kain.
Taking for a ride in your pumpkin car, driving near and driving far. Yeehaw!
If you'd like to see more of Dan's favorites and ours, go to WFSB.com. You can also go to our Facebook page and leave Dan a message wishing him well in his retirement. We couldn't figure out how to finish this piece. We were stumped. How do you send off the best writer and most creative person we know? So we thought, what would Dan do? And then it hit us. By God, it's Friday. So we hit the beer trail. Dan, here's to a long, healthy, happy retirement. We wish you all the best. And we hope you'll come back and visit us often, because the one thing we realized as we put this piece together, we're all a lot better off having you around once in a while. Good luck, Dan. Ciao.
Yay! Congratulations, Dan.
Oh, thank you. A little overwhelming, I would say, but it's been a wonderful time, and all those good folks you saw there and all the good folks you see here are the ones that made it possible, and I've just been very lucky to be able to roll with the punches around here. So where's the beer?
Well, you're going to have to wait. Now, I know some folks here want to say a few words. I think our Vice President General Manager, Clara De Palma.
Dan, it's been an honor and a privilege working with you. From everyone at Channel 3, we're going to be missed. Day in and day out, week in and week out. Thank you for everything you've done and the smiles you brought to our face.
Well, thank you.
Enjoy retirement. You've earned it.
Great.
Have fun, be healthy, and I personally would like to thank you for the laughter over the years. This can be a tough business. We have some hard stories to report, you know, but you gave us the respite from that and let us know that the world isn't such a bad place all the time.
Yeah.
So that's special to me. I thank you for that.
Well, I've had a great time. No complaints whatsoever.
All right, so we're fishing. We're going to go have some beer. What are we going to do?
Both of those, and then a couple things I can't mention, and then
Okay.
I'll figure it out from there.
One last question. Will you be available for winter storm coverage, perhaps?
You know, I'd love to, but I can't.
You have plans
I can't.
already?
Yeah, December is booked.
Okay, we have 7 seconds. One more sign off. Camera 2, go at it, Dan. Go ahead.
Eyewitness News. See ya.
Good night.
Oh.
Oh. Yay! Yay!